Hey, what's going on, guys? How are your meatballs? Today I'm going to be talking to you about Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War DLC 3, Malware to Toten, DLC 4, probably is how Zombies Chronicles could fit in just a little bit, but mainly focusing on the brand new teasers and stuff for Malware to Toten, as well as talking to you about the brand new information for Call of Duty 2021, Call of Duty Vanguard, and SLIPSTREAM, the brand new codename. I'm sure you guys have heard about it. I'm going to be talking to you guys about pretty much everything you got to know surrounding Call of Duty, especially if you're a Zombies fan right now, since this is a zombie channel. So definitely make sure, if you are excited, to be subscribed to the channel for the absolute most elite Call of Duty Zombies guides, videos, news, everything, anything you may need. Interesting statistic, 97% of you are not subscribed to this channel that watch the channel, which is insane. So definitely make sure you subscribe. We're on our grind to 100,000 subscribers. But this is a traditional, I know that stat's insane, but anyways, this is a traditional style news video. I used to do these like this, do them like this, but then I started to up the quality of them. But I've been in New York, it's been so hot the last few days that there were power outages and like flickering, and I couldn't even stream because of it. So we're just going to go traditional style. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to talk to you, I'm going to show you the raw stuff instead of showing you gameplay, which may be boring, but hey, you're going to get all the news you need. On that note, let's jump into the first thing. We're going to jump actually into this in a second, but the first thing we're going to actually talk about is Call of Duty Vanguard really quickly. So Call of Duty Vanguard is a Call of Duty releasing in 2021 at the end of this year. And if you guys remember back to Black Ops Cold War, there were leaks right around this time, actually a little bit earlier, for the Red Door. And you may be asking, what is that? That was the alpha/secretive developer version of the game, the code name. And in years past, we've had stuff like this. We've even had a game called Redwoods being beta tested, which is not actually on this list, but we had a game called Redwoods that lead director of Zombies, Lee Ross, was playing at a certain point in time as well, and that happened to be a build of a COD game, or a special build of it. But going back to years past, with COD 2020 with the Red Door, Modern Warfare was PAVE, Black Ops 4, The Breach, Storm Flood in World War II, Green Tables in Infinite Warfare, and it goes onward and upward, and that's kind of how they secretly got around testing these games, although they were still public in the PlayStation database. And today, actually, on the PlayStation database, it has been updated with Call of Duty Vanguard, aka Call of Duty SLIPSTREAM. Just SLIPSTREAM. I'm not going to show you guys the logo because I don't know if I can. That's the only thing I'm not going to show you in this video. But Call of Duty SLIPSTREAM is the code name of the brand new Call of Duty, and that's currently being alpha tested. And there are rumors now stating that we may be getting a brand new Call of Duty Vanguard alpha fairly soon, which would make sense. But I wouldn't expect anything within the next 2 weeks. If I had to guess, I would guess that it would come some point around the release of Season 5 for Black Ops Cold War, because maybe they can tie some marketing into that. We've already heard reports that maybe then we're going to market COD Vanguard inside of Warzone again, because it's just free marketing. It makes a lot of sense, right? So I wouldn't bet too much on alpha anytime soon. But regardless of when they announce the game, they still have to announce it first and then give some time before an alpha. They're not going to announce the game and then drop an alpha on the same day unless they do something wild. But, you know, give it some time. Call of Duty Vanguard coming later this year. The alpha for it, the codename for it, SLIPSTREAM, currently being tested now on the PlayStation database. I would personally expect a lot of leaks to start to flood out because people should be able to download and access this 35 gigabyte alpha thing, whatever they're testing right now. People should be able to access this and pull a lot of information from it. So definitely make sure you keep your eyes peeled if you're interested in this stuff. If you're not, I will be covering a little bit of it if there actually is anything crazy. I don't like to go all too crazy, balls to the walls on leaks, but I do think they are good to a certain extent. So I will be talking to you guys about whatever's in the content of that, of the leaks that may come of this. But yeah, Call of Duty SLIPSTREAM is now Call of Duty Vanguard, the code name. That's, once the game comes out, it's going to still be Call of Duty Vanguard. That's just the code name, the fake name behind the dev build, basically. So COD Vanguard should still be the name of the final COD once it's released. Now, jumping into the next thing we're going to be talking to you about, Malware to Toten. Let's recap all the teasers real quickly. So the first one we had right here is to Colonel. It has already begun. Time is running out from Gorev. Right? This was the first teaser posted on June 25th. Hashtag Malware to Toten. The past never dies. Now, we're going to not go into the story aspects of this all too much, right? Really at all. Just going to show you guys the image, show you guys the information surrounding it. I'm going to make another video talking to you guys all about the story that may be surrounding this map. So I think it's, what is it? Shift, what is it? Control, enter? I'm not sure. Tab, enter. There you go. Nope, that's not the right thing. Okay, so let's just F11 out and then F11 back in. Okay, Samantha Shore changes the teaser from the same day, a video from the same day. Now, if you guys remember, there was a developer talk at the beginning of Season 4 for Black Ops Cold War Zombies, and basically what they talked to us about in that was What came at the beginning of Season 4 with the Outbreak Easter egg, why they were excited. We got a gameplay teaser for Mauer to Toten, the first image of Mauer to Toten. That was a bitch burp. And we got some stuff of that sort, right? Teasers towards everything. And then, as such, a day or two later, they released this. At the end of all that stuff, they did a talk with the voice actor of Samantha Max's, I should say. And in my reaction to it, I didn't really watch the whole thing because I really didn't care. No offense to her. But I really didn't care, right? I cared about the content that was coming. But there was a point where she was crying, and I was very, I thought that was very sus. So, after they released the full interview, we can go back, we can watch it a little bit more, and you can see that Julia Nathanson was, she was definitely crying. She was sad for some reason, which is very odd. Why would the voice actor of Samantha Maxis of the brand new Dark Ether storyline be crying? Is she going to get shot? Well, is she going to die? I think that's a better way to put it. Who knows how she's going to die? Is she going to die? Is she going to go somewhere for a while? Who knows? Very interesting stuff happening there. Very peculiar things. Who knows? Maybe she'll still be here, but I just find it very sus. I think we can all agree on this at the very least, that she's crying, especially if she'd be coming back, right? All I'm saying. Anyways, moving further into it, on June 28th, a few days later, we got this. Who will prevail when worlds collide? Hashtag Mauer to Toten. And I really like this because this is one of those teasers that really get you hyped for both the gameplay and the story. Because this I mean, the gameplay will come. I personally am a believer that gameplay should be the most important thing in zombies. We have a game like Black Ops 3 with, okay, pretty solid story, and then amazing gameplay, and then we have a game like Black Ops 4 with great maps. Don't get me wrong, phenomenal maps, but just okay core gameplay and great story. That's my point. And in this game, it seems like they have solid gameplay and they're really hitting it hard with the story, right? And I think this is a testament to that. They're really trying to drive that story throughout their great gameplay now. Kind of a mixture of Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, if you will, in a sense. I don't know if you really get that. You had to be around during the time. I don't know if I'm expressing that well, but this is all I'm going to say. We had this newspaper right here. Cover story is working. Requiem asset is in place. And we have a Berlin newspaper. Explosion at checkpoint. Chemical gas leak. Quarantine in effect. West Berlin. An explosion linked to a nerve gas stockpile as officials from both sides of the city urging residents to stay clear of, and it's cut off. Now, at first glance, you may be like, okay, there was just a gas explosion. But just think about that. It's a zombies game. There was this kind of crazy gas explosion. There's a quarantine effect. We're in friggin' Berlin now. The city's on fire. We already saw the train. Some fire. I already said that. Fire around the city. I'm kind of liking the vibe. It's dark out. I'm really liking the vibe of this. It's almost like it's making you ask questions. What's going to be in this burning, chemical-infested city? What's exactly going on? Are the chemicals going to interact with anything and cause, some kind of crazy beast to come about? Who knows? Or is that kind of gas leak going to allow us to have access to brand new wonder weapons, which we're going to actually talk about in a little bit, which we will have a brand new wonder weapon, but you know what I'm saying? Will it be some kind of gas wonder weapon, something like that? Just an interesting idea to play around with, right? And this is all kind of story stuff that's obviously, gameplay and story have to go hand in hand, right? The story really has to drive the gameplay, although like I said, a lot of us all really mostly care about the gameplay, although you may love the story, just like I may so as well, but you really want the gameplay to be amazing, right? The fact of the matter is, the story drives the gameplay, because wherever you are in the story, wherever they want to go with the story, that's kind of how the gameplay has to fit around, So I don't know if you really get what I'm picking up here, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, but I'm really liking the whole vibe that Treyarch has going on. That's my point. Anyways, next up on June 29, 2021, obviously, incoming this week, nobody cares about any of this stuff if you care about zombies, new Mauer to Toten intel, which that's really the only thing, that's really not even important anymore. That was the only important thing from that, but since we've already progressed, that was from the last video, I just thought I'd mention that. The next day, they tweeted out this, quote-unquote, the reports of her deception are true. Hashtag Mauer to Toten. And this is a letter, report KGB Spetsnaz Special Operation Group Omega. Gorav. Now, at first glance, I'm letting you know, I may stumble reading this handwriting because it is disgustingly bad. It is like the worst handwriting I think I've ever seen. I get it, right? Like, it's cool because it fits this. But it's hard to read through quickly. And you guys know me, especially if you watch the guides, I can talk fast. But oh boy, is this hard to even read through. But let's try. Gorav, the reports of her deception are true. She has betrayed Omega and aligned herself with, here we go, with an otherworldly force. See, that's really cool as well. Otherworldly forces, okay. She plans to complete their mission in Berlin. Another thing, right? She's going to Berlin to complete her mission. There's other worldly forces in effect. You see what I'm saying about how this story is really getting me excited for the gameplay of the map? But anyways, we will not allow this to happen. Find Peck and... I don't know what the fuck that says. There is work to do. Like I said, this isn't really too much a focus on the story. We're going to make another video about the story, but this is teasers released by Treyarch. That's why we're reading through it. And it is directly tied to the gameplay in a way. So, yeah. Requiem Strike Team has... see what I'm saying? What the fuck does that say? Has something in their has something in their cells long enough. We'll just say has been spotted, stuck in their cells long enough. Like, what the? Who wrote this? Time for them to fulfill their purpose. So there you go. Requiem Strike Team has been whatever in their cells long enough. Interesting stuff. So the strike team stuck in cells is going to fulfill their purpose. Another very interesting aspect, right? Can't really read every single word there because I don't know. Whoever wrote this in a cryptic way did a great job. They really tried to make this look like real handwriting. Maybe it was real handwriting. I don't know what the deal was with that, but oh boy, was that hard to read. I still can't read it. I read that about 5 times. And I still can't read it. Anyways, and that's no disrespect to Treyarch. I'm just trying to be a little funny here, but I mean, I really don't know what that says. Some of those words. Today on July 1st, Treyarch tweeted this out. In today's update, hashtag malware tone intel update or roundup, right? And let's go take a look at that. And you know what? Let's take a quick drink of water. Actually, hold on. I gotta click on the link. There you go. Treyarch.com. The next thing we're gonna talk to you guys about is Black Ops 4 being free. Might as well mention in this video. I'm gonna also show you guys how to download that when it becomes free. But yeah, we have all this stuff right here, and this is the most important thing to me. Obviously, we have this image of Malware Totem, which you guys already know about. We make this full screen, and here we go. Malware Totem draws near. July is here, which means Season 4's midpoint is fast approaching, now confirming that Malware Totem is officially coming at the halfway point. They did not say, I don't believe they ever said specifically, although we knew that it was coming at the halfway point. I don't think they ever said specifically that it was coming at the halfway point. Well, we have official confirmation of that now. And our next round-based zombies map, Malware Totem, will be coming with it, the midway point of the season. The wait is almost over. And for those of you guys that don't know, that's July 14th/15th, one of those 2 days. That means next week we're going to be getting a trailer for Malware Totem. So be ready. Stick around. I'm talking to you. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, because if you're one of those 97% not subscribed, that's cool. I respect it. But you're going to make me cry. No, I'm not a bitch. Just kidding. Anyways, from last month's official logo reveal and gameplay teaser video to early information on the map in our Season 4 blog and Treyarch's special broadcast, which I told you guys about with the voice actor of Samantha, right? They tease the perk and different things like that, right? We actually have some real cool stuff to talk about in this, which initially started in that blog in that special broadcast that Treyarch did with the devs, and that is now amplified in this article now. So here we go. We've been dropping a steady stream of intel for fans to sink their teeth into. If you've been keeping up with our social channels, you've also seen the state of Berlin after the recent undead invasion. Nice. Omega Group's plans to keep... Wait. I just want to see what the... Oh, okay. So they linked each thing they were referencing in here. Let me just go back to this. Okay. So Omega Group's plans... Omega Group's plan to keep the truth hidden from the public, and Colonel Kravchenko's true motivation behind the capturing of Requiem Strike Team for his own ends. We even sat down with the voice behind Samantha Maxis, catch up on some Dark Ether story, and our extended interview, blah, 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 and that's just a link to the YouTube channel. But there's still more to come. Keep watching our channels in the coming days for the intel on some of the new Omega technology you'll get your hands on in Malware Totem, a sneak peek at our next upgradable zombies perk, and more. See you then. So... really what we could expect next week, like I said, if I had to guess, and the reason why this blog post amplifies the stuff in that initial dev post is because it now reinforces the idea that, hey, we're getting Malware Totem, obviously. We're going to be getting a brand new wonder weapon, which they say new Omega technology you'll get your hands on in Malware Totem, which we can assume is going to be obviously a new wonder weapon, or even they mentioned a new buildable in the most recent blog post as well, right? So maybe they're also talking about that in that context. And they say a sneak peek at the brand new upgradable zombies perk. They also told us in the last update, in the last dev talk, that there was going to be a brand new perk. And even at points, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but they literally did that. When they talked about the perk, they beeped it out. So they were teasing something heavy in that talk, and it was really cool to see. It was getting me angry, but it was really cool to see. So next week, as I said, this amplifies everything they talked about, and it's going to culminate next week into the reveal of Mauer to Toten's trailer, most likely, unless they don't do a trailer, unless they pull it out of the night. I think I'm willing to bet almost anything, unless they release it the day before the map, which they shouldn't, considering everything goes as planned. Next week, we will have a trailer for Mauer to Toten DLC 3 for Black Ops Cold War Zombies. We will also most likely know what the deal with our new upgradable perk is, as they said, and more, as they also say. Now, if I had to take okay, so I think what we're going to see is we're going to see the perk in the trailer, and I'm going to do a little trailer predictions video soon, actually, with some friends that we're going to place bets on. But I think in the trailer we'll see the perk, and we'll see the map and stuff like that, maybe even a glimpse of the Wonder Weapon. I just don't think we're going to see the upgrades until the dev talk. They usually like to save all the specifics and stuff like that for that dev talk. So that's what I have to guess, unless maybe they release the dev talk a week beforehand, which they usually don't do. I think we'll see that during the dev talk, but it could be wrong. We'll wait and see. It's just a guess. But other than that, in terms of Mauer, Toten, and Call of Duty Vanguard, we got that stuff out of the way. The final thing I just want to mention to you guys right here, I think is really cool. And I said that it would happen at some point in time, and it has. Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Nobody cares about this. Nobody cares about this. These are now the July monthly games for PlayStation Plus users, meaning that if you have a PlayStation, whether it's a PS4 or a PS5, you can now get access to Call of Duty Black Ops 4 for free if you have PlayStation Plus. Hold on. It starts July 6th, 2021, ends August 2nd, 2021. Now, I will have a video specifically on this, showing you how to download it, explaining all that again, explaining what the details are with it again. But in general, if you have a PlayStation with PlayStation Plus, you can redeem Black Ops 4. You don't even have to download it. You can add it to your library, and it's then yours forever, so long as you have PlayStation Plus. If you no longer have PlayStation Plus, then it will disappear until you re-get PlayStation Plus back. Meaning, if you go a month without it, and then you buy PlayStation Plus back, as soon as you buy PlayStation Plus back, you will regain access to all your PlayStation Plus free games of the month, whether it's Black Ops 4 or any game that you've gotten from free from PlayStation Plus for years on end. And that, my friends, is pretty much it. We talked to you about Call of Duty. Drop a like right now. That was really assertive. Drop a like if you feel like dropping a like. Drop a dislike if you feel like that's deserved as well. That's cool. It's your opinion. Slipstream. We talked about Slipstream, the COD 2020 Alpha. I talked to you guys about COD Vanguard. And I guess just in general, I want to say really quickly at the end, nothing crazy. Just real quick to wrap up. Mauer to Toten, I am fully expecting it to be a really good zombies map. Now, I wouldn't say get completely carried away and expect a Black Ops 3 level map, because I don't think we're going to get that. That's not really what they're going for in Cold War. But I honestly would expect a BO4-esque map in Cold War. We've seen Outbreak Easter egg number 1 actually be really solid once you get to the secret cello room, right? Just find the 3 keys. They throw you in there and they don't tell you anything. Go find the 3 keys. So we had that, which was really cool. We had the ending boss, which was really cool as well. We're going to have a new set, a new tone to set in Mauer to Toten, a brand new area to play in. I think we got some cool things brewing with Mauer to Toten. I think the map's going to be more of a Black Ops 4-esque map, though, just because I think the Easter egg will still be, guided more catered towards the casual, which is a good thing in some ways. I think they're taking, and I'm going to make another video on this. In the context of the game, it's not a bad thing at all, but they're taking the hit on this game to provide for the casual and to bring more casuals in, which I think will be great for the future of zombies. And we'll talk about that in another video. But in general, I think for that reason, we've seen progression from D Machina to FIREBASE to the first Outbreak Easter egg, and the complexity and kind of just how they're building stuff up. And I think Mauer to Toten will just step up another step from that, which would be just around a Black Ops 4 level map with some guidance, but also some figuring out on our end in terms of the Easter egg hunt, just Easter egg itself, and overall complexity and wonder weapons and stuff like that. So nothing, crazy like Black Ops 3 level. And I'm not saying in terms of good. I'm just saying in terms of complexity, which those aren't the same thing. But just saying in terms of complexity, right, we should see another step up from, FIREBASE and maybe even the first Outbreak Easter egg, and expect some kind of combination of that to culminate into a Black Ops 4-esque map. And for those of you guys who remember in Black Ops 4, a lot of the maps were really, really good, really solid. It was just the mechanics in the game that really did pull it down, because you can take 3 steps forward with the greatest map, whatever you think it is. For me, it's Dead of the Night. For some of you, it's Ancient Evil. You take 3 steps forward with that greatest map, but those mechanics pull you 5 steps back over the course of time, because they're just so tedious to play through, right? Cold War, actually has almost the opposite of that. Really, really good mechanics for the most part, and not so amazing maps, but again, for different purposes, which we'll talk about in another video. And with that being said, I really do hope Malware to Toten's a great map. That's all I wanted to say at the end. I really do think it'll be a better map overall, a little bit more complex. I think a lot of us will enjoy it. Hopefully there's an infinite damage wonder weapon, and I'll have another wishlist video as well. There's a lot of videos coming. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Take care of your meatballs, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.